Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And here I am. It's a Saturday, and I am actually cleaning my own carpet again because when you have little doggies, things happen, and we've been having a difficult week because our little Shih Tzu, who's not here at the moment, she's in the other room, I guess, she's been having digestion problems, and there's been lots of very liquidy diarrhea all over the place. Actually, there was a bunch in here. I used my little spotter tool. Hang on a sec, I gotta check, make sure that gate's up. Is the gate up, Jesse? Yeah, sometimes I forget and he wanders away. Anyway, anyway, what am I gonna say? Yeah, so there's been all kinds of accidents all over the carpet, particularly in the hallway. I'll talk about that when I get there. But I thought, well, let's do things a little bit different today anyway. And, oh, here she comes. But she's feeling much better, aren't you, CJ? This is Calamity Jane here. Say hello to everybody. Oh, she had a drink, and when she drinks, she actually puts her face right in the water and then dribbles all over the place. So she's an interesting little girl. And that's Billy the kid. Anyway, so let's talk about what I'm going to do different today. I thought, for years and years, this is what I used to clean carpets with. This is a VonSchrader product. If you go to VonSchrader.com, you'll find all about their equipment and their cleaning solutions. I don't recommend their machines. I know all about them. I can assure you, I have both their carpet machine, and I've used them in years past. In fact, it was the first one I started with, and I have their upholstery machine. I used it for years. But anyway, their cleaning product, however, is a very good quality product. It has an anti-resoiling polymer that's in it. It has a health rating of 0. It is Green Seal certified. It is odorless, and you can mix it. I was normally cleaning, because it's actually meant to be generated into a foam, you can actually dilute it much further than what they're recommending here. In fact, you should, because in a liquid, when it's not made into a foam at 3 ounces per gallon, that would really be foamy, and you don't need that much. And no, the foam doesn't attract soil, so don't fall into that error. It actually has an anti-resoiling protector in it as well anyway, polymer. So I normally would use it. I would normally clean at 1 ounce per gallon was usually where I cleaned at, and it works very well. So I thought, I'm going to clean with some. I've got this one. This is the red label, which is a pH of 8.8, and the blue label has a neutral pH. But for synthetic carpets, this is fine. But anyway, you read that. Talks a little bit about it right there. If you take, although this would be, I don't know what the price would be. I couldn't tell you. You'd have to get a hold of VonSchrader and ask them, and you'd be shocked. It would sound very expensive, but then calculate it out at, if you're going to choose to use this, at 1 ounce per gallon, it goes a very, very long way. So just keep that in mind. And I'll just show you what it says over here. Nothing too exciting. Let's see what it says over here. Oh, I think that's Spanish. I can't read that. Anyway, there you go. So that's what I'm going to clean with. So come along with me, and I've got to clean my carpet again. What I did is I've put 3,000 parts per million of CaO2 into my solution, because with all the accidents that have been happening in the last week, my wife wants me to sanitize the carpet. I think that's a reasonable request, and easy enough to do. And oh, hey, now I've done underneath the furniture already here, and I moved everything out, and I did a very thorough vacuuming. I've usually only cleaned the center portion. This time I took my time. I actually cleaned this carpet last week, but I did it again, or about to do it again. But I did a very thorough vacuuming. Again, I used the Workhorse. I think last week that I used the Hoover Conquest, which is an excellent vacuum. But this time I used the Workhorse, and I did underneath the, moved the couches and chair out, and this one and this one and that. I even moved went behind the TV stand here. Only thing I didn't move was the piano, that corner cabinet, and the bookshelves, which are actually attached. So I did every bit, and it took my time, vacuumed it really, really well. And then I did I vacuumed this rug, that rug. There's one actually outside the door, which was pretty dirty actually. And then down the hallway into the office and around the bed. And the main reason I'm cleaning the carpet actually is this hallway, which was just really hit over the last week with quite a few accidents from little CJ. And I did extract them out using my little suitcase-sized extractor, my spotter, and rinsed out, flushed out the poop. But this is going to be the sanitizing step with the ClO2, and it'll even it out, because it tends to, when you do this, it tends to get kind of a little bit blotchy looking, especially the olefin Berber type carpets. So anyway, let's clean the carpet, and I decided I would use my brush, and I'm going to show you the brush. This is a soft bristle brush, which is perfect for residential carpets. Well, you can get these from Malish.com. If you're looking for a really good brush, go check them out. I don't have the dirt napper brush. I used them for years, but one of the things to bear in mind with the dirt napper is it actually is intended for commercial carpet, and the bristles are a little hard and stiff for a lot of residential carpets, so beware of that. Anyway, I'm gonna work it in, the solution in with the brush. The brush will give it a little bit better penetration into the yarn, because it sort of the bristles will reach down between the yarn of the Frise carpet, which is what this is. This is a nylon, about 10 years or so old. We put it in when we bought the house, and it's standing up very, very well. And I clean it a lot. I've had to, because we've always had doggies. And actually, a few years ago, 4 years ago now, when we had our previous dogs, of course they did have accidents on the carpet as well, because that's what happens when you have dogs. And one of our doggies, our little black poodle, she had diabetes, and she as she aged, she would kind of lost control of her bladder a fair amount, and she'd be laying there on the carpet having a snooze, and then when she got up, she'd be a little bit of a pool there. So that was happening quite a lot. So this carpet and the whole house actually, and in the office too, in the hallway, lots of those accidents happened. And then after she passed, a few months later, we ended up with a little rescue doggie, I guess you could call her that, 15-year-old little doggie, who was actually dying. We didn't realize it at the time, but we got her home and found out that she had only 10% kidney function left. But we were able to help her out and give her a good final few months of her life. But she had issues with bladder control as well. And my poor carpet has really taken a beating, but I can clean it. And it's not hard to do. I've gotten all the visible staining out of the carpet. And there's no odor, because I can put the ClO2, stabilized ClO2, into the carpet and deal with the odor that way. And so I'm able to sanitize the carpet, and it's standing up very, very well. It doesn't have any permanent staining, and nor does it have any odor issues. So it can be done, and the carpet's never been steam cleaned. No need to do that. I threatened to do it once, and my wife said, "No way." I actually had a little extractor a few years ago. I picked one up, and somebody actually gave it to me, and I had to. I fixed a couple of things on it and was able to sell it for a few $100s. So I made a few dollars on that. Anyway, let's just go over it one more pass with the brush. I haven't applied very much solution. I don't know if you can tell that, but I'm not wanting to over wet the carpet. So nothing's getting applied right now. Yeah, it's wet, but it's not soaking. I think I'll turn the fan up. There we go. Check out that fan, by the way. That was the fan that was in the house when we bought it. I mean, I never changed it. It's both ugly and fascinatingly beautiful at the same time. So I decided, oh, I'll just leave it there. It's a throwback, and it still works fine. So I mean, it doesn't really work with our decor, although I guess it kind of does because it's black, and so is the piano. Just realized that. So it works with the piano. Anyway, the brush works well. It's not my first choice, and actually my plan is to do another video, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about one of the reasons why the Hog's Hair Fiber Pad is a really good choice, and I'll explain that when I do that video, so keep posted for that next one. I thought I'd be able to demonstrate something kind of interesting. So, yeah, let's go over here and we'll do a switch over to the Iron Man. Okay, so we'll just do a pass over the carpet now with the Iron Man. Of course, this is the actual extraction stage or step. Looking good. Actually, when I moved the couch out, right in the middle, underneath the couch, I found a vomit stain. The two little doggies will go under the couches sometimes. So I guess somebody was under there and vomited there. Didn't know it was there. But back to the VonSchrader product, it does really work well. So yeah, that's all I can say. They have the blue label is the neutral pH, which would be the one you would use for wool or furniture cleaning, and then the red label is really intended for synthetic carpets. But their products, they do really work well. They have other products as well. They have a the pre-spray, which does work well, but is very expensive. I find it ridiculously expensive. I had some for a while there, and I was using it, and it definitely works well, but I think they use it like 4 cups per gallon, or it's 2 cups per gallon, or something ridiculous like that. It just, yeah, that's where they make their money for sure. And they have another pre-spray which is intended for upholstery called Prelim, but don't like it because it's got a very strong citrusy odor, too strong. I've had people complain when I used it years ago. And the other one is, they have another one, a restaurant cleaner called Grease Lightning. That has a bit of a pungency to it as well. So, but anyway, the blue label and red label, definitely good things to consider. And it is an encapsulator as well. I guess I forgot to mention that. It's one of the very first encapsulators, although they didn't really push that aspect of it. But it is. Okay, let's go over here. They're getting a little bit up. Not too much. Oh, isn't that cute? Oh, yeah, the wife's out there. Such cute little guys. Okay, so there's been many, the little CJ did about, half a dozen or more accidents here on the hallway, but over the years there's been many different either upchucks or diarrhea or urine stains on this hallway. If you go back in my archives, I've got quite a few videos showing various times there's been nasty stains on this, particularly this hallway. Really seems to get the brunt of it. But it always cleans up. There's no permanent stains. It's a little bit blotchy looking here because I had to deal with some of these diarrhea stains. Oops. There's one over here. Somebody was grabbing toys again, bringing them out. They go in there and pull things out. And anyway, so yeah, there's a couple of places over there where there were 3 or 4 there where she had accidents. There's one over here. Anyway, not a big deal really, is it? So now I do have the ClO2 in the solution. So I am at 3,000 parts per million, and it will stabilized ClO2, which is what this is. It's not just ClO2, it's stabilized ClO2. Is considered a hospital-grade disinfectant. It's also a soft surface sanitizer. Now that's important to understand the difference, meaning that it is considered a sanitizer for fabrics, which includes carpeting, of course. I'm actually not applying too much here, but I know that I'm able to, like this is, you can really get the carpet wet in a hurry with a brush, especially an olefin Berber, so I'm not really applying too much. fan in here I'll turn on. There's been many accidents in this area here, particularly our little poodle used to often sleep on the floor right here, and often she'd get up and there'd be a little urine stain there underneath her. So, and yeah, it's looking good, and there's no odor. Oh, here's a little mark here from Jesse had vomited over here, our little white guy. He's the Maltese Yorkie. Just want to go and grab the. I have some revived rocket here. Where did I put it? Oh, right there. Okay. Alrighty. I know what I forgot to show you guys. I didn't show you this. So when I vacuumed, I used the Workhorse, and look what I picked up. I did go underneath the furniture and everything, and look what I picked up. Incredible. I took my time. We tried to did a very thorough job. That was all the living room, down the hall, into the office. Actually, this rug, that one out just outside the door, and then around the bed in here. So that's pretty shocking. To show you how that Workhorse, it does pick up very, very well. And I just cleaned the carpet, except for underneath the furniture, last week. And I vacuumed it twice before I cleaned it and after I cleaned it last week. But I know that probably a fair amount of that crap was coming up from underneath the couches, because, we don't move the couches that often. More than once a year, though. You don't find a lot of dust in our house, even though we have the dogs, because at least once a year we move everything, even in the bedroom. You get underneath the dressers and underneath the bed and everything. It's just, we've always done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video in a sec and do the extraction step as a separate video, because I'm almost up to the 30-minute mark here, where sometimes I begin to have trouble loading the videos. So Anyway, I'll let you go then. So thanks for watching and have a good day.